So Eric Ebeshe with HomeStack, here with Kim Kessler of Coldwell Banker, Beverly Hills South. Thank you for having us today.
Thank you for having me.
So Kim, first question, kind of give us an overview of how you got started in this industry.
So when I graduated college, I was a sitcom writer, and there was a writer's strike in LA, so I fell into reality casting. So I was a casting producer for reality TV shows for 11 years, and I wanted something different, and I knew all of my skills would transfer to real estate. And I'm from LA, I'm 4 generations LA.
Wow.
So I knew that, this is something that I would enjoy. So I just switched, and I decided to take my test, and I passed on the first try. Shocking. And that's how I got into real estate, and it's barely been a year. I don't even know if it's been completely a year yet.
You're liking it so far?
I love it. It's nothing that I expected, and I'm glad I didn't know what to expect, because I don't know if I would have done it, but I love it. It's the best decision I ever made.
So Kim, you've been in the industry for just about a year now. What would you say your greatest achievement has been in the first year?
I think my greatest achievement has been when you first start as a new agent, you go into a mentor program. And for me, the biggest thing was I want to graduate my program. And they say it can take anywhere from 6 months to a year. And it took me 6 months. You have to close a certain amount of deals by that time. And that was probably the biggest milestone for me.
Awesome. Okay. So Kim, in Los Angeles area, it's a very competitive market. You, in just little under a year, you've done a great job of differentiating yourself. What have you done to do that so well?
I think a couple things, but I have to say, I think the most important thing is I'm very into social media. I think that's where the future's going. Mm-hmm. Direct mailers, people throw them away. Nowadays, you look around and every single person has at least one, if not more, phones in their hand. They carry them around inside their own home. Everybody's face is in their phone. So I have my app from HomeStack, and I think that differentiates me, because instead of people searching through Zillow, I have them on my app. So I keep them away from Zillow, and every time they look at their phone, there's my face. There's a reminder. It's like 100 times a day people look at their phone and they're seeing me and they're reminded of me. And when people are looking for homes, hopefully they think of me first.
And you've done a great job of getting people to download the app. Have you found it difficult, easy when you tell somebody about the app? How accepting are they to download your app?
I know it sounds crazy, but it's been so easy. I use my app at all of my open houses. So at an open house, normally you have people sign in, they sign a registry. I still have that, but I get more use out of my app. So if somebody comes in to my open house, I like to talk. So I talk to them. If I feel a connection, we'll chat, and then I'll immediately say, oh, I have my app, and I'll show them. Or if they say, what else is open, or whatever the lead-in is, I grab it, and I'll immediately show them my app. And it's amazing to me how while I'm showing them my app, they're literally downloading it right there. And the best part about it is I don't have to worry about looking at the registration sheet. Can I read what they wrote? I literally have all their information right there.
And once they download the app, how much do you find that they actually use it?
It depends. I've had some people just take a quick look. I had another client who I'm in escrow with right now, and he looked at 191 properties on it. And he favored a bunch, and we had a discussion that he was going to favor properties, and that was my cue to look them up and schedule them.
Awesome. So you're loving your app.
I love my app. I love my app.
Since your app went live and you started implementing into your marketing, how many of your deals does your app play a role?
All of them. Okay. All of them. My app plays in every single one of my deals. It may not be, I may not have received a new client from the app, but I use it in all of my deals. So if somebody's looking for a lease Like I tell them, I say, this is the first thing you want to do. This is how you want to search for properties. And then I tell them, if you favor them, I can look at them and I can check on them and I can schedule them. So I use it for every single one of my deals.
When you first heard that you could have your own app, what were your original thoughts?
Well, at first I thought, how could I have my own app? I'm brand new. I've been doing this for just a few months. That sounds crazy. But of course I knew where the future of real estate was going, and really the future of everything is technology now. So I knew it was something I needed to look into. Mm-hmm. And once I looked into it, I realized it was attainable and it was worth it. I think HomeStack is better than all the other ones out there because, first of all, I think it's the easiest to use. The customer support is amazing. Anytime I have a question, I get an immediate response. I know who to contact. It's not like I have to go through a chain of phone calls. I mean, it's immediate. Someone is there to help me to answer my question. If I have an idea, I know I can email or call. And I think that's what sets HomeStack apart.
So there's one of the biggest questions we get is, now that I have this app, how do I get it out there? You kind of touched on it with our support, but how, in your personal opinion, how easy has it been for you to market your app?
Marketing my app is very easy because you guys sent me graphics that I post on Facebook, Instagram, all my social media. It's in my email signature. It's literally everything I do. When I tell people I have my own app, instantly they're impressed and they kind of perk up. They get more interested because also people love apps.
What has been your personal favorite of everything that your app does?
My favorite thing about the app is the back end, what I can see. So I can see what my clients are doing, how often they're looking, what they're looking at, and if they favor a property, I can schedule an appointment. Sometimes I have some clients that I've met at, I can't really call them clients because I met them in an open house, and I don't really hear from them much, but all of a sudden I'll see some action on my app. I'll wait a day or two and then I immediately email them, hey, how's it going? And it's almost like there's so much to do in this business that you forget all the different things, the marketing, the social media, there's just so many different things that you have to do. So it's just a reminder, oh, somebody just looked at my app that hasn't in a while, I should make a contact with them. They must be interested. It's like a perfect opening.
So you're considered a new agent in this business, which is very competitive, yet you have your own app. How have you seen that help you in your business?
Well, I think the app has definitely helped me immensely. As a new agent, you join a group, and it's hard to get out of that group. And I graduated my group pretty quickly. And I think a lot has to do with my app because I'm not one of these top agents who have these $20 million listings and people just pick up and call them on the phone. I have to go find my business and I have to, get business. So the first thing that new agents do is they hold open houses and clients come in and that's your best client, and it's really hard to grab them because buyers are not loyal. So how do you make them loyal? Well, I have my app, and when they download it, I've already made a connection with them. And it's a way for me to keep connected with them. And I think they also take me more seriously because, oh, she has an app. I mean, they see this app and they're impressed. They want it on their phone. It's easy to use. And it helps me stay connected with them too. And it helps me give them a better service. I think HomeStack is part of the reason I have been so successful because as a new agent, everything is hard. And I don't need something else added to my plate. And so not only does the app make my business better, but the support is so efficient. So if I have a question, if I'm stuck, and when a new agent gets stuck, everything's an emergency. So I know that immediately if I have a question or if I have a problem or anything, I know I'm going to get an immediate response. I know that HomeStack is going to solve it, answer it immediately. So so I don't have to worry about. That's one thing I don't have to worry about. It literally has made a difference in my business. I mean, as a new agent, to have as many deals as I have closed in less than a year is crazy. And I attribute a lot of that to my app because it just makes me more efficient. It makes me give better service, and it's helped me keep clients. It just makes, my app makes my life so much easier and my job so much easier.
When you went to get your own app, what kind of went through your mind financially?
Well, first, it was definitely a reach for me because there's so many expenses, especially the first year. But the way I kind of thought about it is it's the best my money can buy. You know, my biggest concern is pretty soon everyone's going to have one. Every single agent is going to have an app. It's going to be the total norm. And that's just the way business is going to be. But I love right now that, you know, I stand out because I have it. I mean, I turn my phone on and I see my app and I think, oh my God, I have my app, my own app, you know, with my own face on it and my name. I'm definitely ahead of everybody else. One of the first things I have my clients do is download the app, and every single one of them tells me how easy it is to use, which makes me very happy because I know they're using mine instead of Zillow or Trulia or any of these other ones. And I think the important thing about it is buyers are so much more knowledgeable now because they're looking, I mean, I can see how many properties they're looking at. Oh, when agents have asked me about my app and then they don't go and buy one, I think they're absolutely out of their mind. I think they're crazy. I mean, it's the best money spent. They will be buying it eventually, and it's going to cost them 10 times the amount. So they need to buy it now. I think also, you know, I mean, I would love to say it takes time to get used to, but it doesn't. I mean, the second I got it, boom, I just started using it immediately. It was like there was no lag time. The second I got it, I just look at them and think they're crazy because in a few years they're going to be paying triple or quadruple or 10 times the amount because every single agent will have an app. Just like every single agent has a website. I mean, back when websites were coming out, you know, people probably thought, what were those? Well, it's the same thing with apps. Every single person is going to have an app. And the future is going to be, how do you get people to use your app as opposed to someone else's? I'm lucky right now because I'm one of the few that have an app, so people are using my app. But pretty soon it's just going to be standard, industry standard.
So Kim, it's been great. Thank you for having us in to your office, and we're looking forward to talking again soon.
Thank you so much, and thank you for my app.
You're very welcome.